Good morning, you two. Happy Thursday. I hope you're okay, and I hope that you know how proud we are of all of you. Myself and Mrs. Wilkinson miss you so much, but you are doing absolutely brilliant, so keep up the fabulous work. Today in maths we're going to be looking at bonds to 100. We've done this learning but quite a while back, around October time, so if you find this quite challenging at first, please don't panic. Remember, if we're not sure at first, it just means that we're learning. Today you will need a pencil, you will need your exercise book. If you can download the White Rose Hub math sheet on bonds to 100 from the website or off Seesaw, that will help. But if not, don't worry about it. Everything you need today you can do in your exercise book. You will also need your 100 square from your home learning folder, which will really help us today. So if you need to pause the video now to get any of your things, you can do so now. Brilliant. So for today's start, we're going to continue our work on odd and even numbers. So here's our Numicon again. Can you tell me what an even number is? Fantastic. It is a multiple of 2, so any of the numbers that we say when we are counting in twos. And remember, our odd numbers are the numbers that we can see on top, because as you can see, they're not in groups of 2, it's on its own, or if it has a group of 2, it then has a 1 all by itself, like we looked at yesterday. Fantastic. Okay, so for our starter today, we have some ladybirds. Your challenge is to, in your exercise book, find all the ladybirds that have even numbers of spots. So we'll try the first one together. So as you can see, I've counted the spots, 1, 2, 3, and I've not held that number in my head, I've written it down next to it so I don't forget it, and I also don't need to remember it. Now 3 isn't an even number because, as you can see, it's got a group of 2, but it also has 1 on its own. And if I count in twos, 2, 4, I skip past it, so that means it's an odd number. So I've not circled the ladybird. So what you can do is, I'd like you to circle all the ladybirds that have even numbers of spots. If you are doing this in your exercise book, you can group all the odd numbers together and all the even numbers together. So pause the video now and see if you can find all the even numbers. Brilliant, let's check the ones together. So we've already done 3 and we know it's not an even number, so I've left it without a circle. The next ladybird, "14 spots", that's right, and 14 is an even number, so I've put a circle around 14. The next ladybird, how many spots did it have? 13, that's right. Is 13 odd or even? Odd. Fantastic. It's not a multiple of 2, so I'm not going to put a circle around that ladybird. What about the middle ladybird? How many spots did he have? 6. Fantastic. Is that odd or even? Even, so he gets a circle around him. The next ladybird had 11. Fantastic. Odd or even? Odd. And the last ladybird, 16. Odd or even? Even, because it is a multiple of 2. Fantastic. Well done, you two. If you got those right, don't forget your fabulous tick tick ticking. Okay, so today we're going to be making bonds to 100. Now, bonds to 100 are 2 numbers that add together to equal and make the number 100. So here you can see I have my 100 square, just like yours that you've got in your home learning folder. So you'll need this in front of you now. So looking at your 100 square, you can see that it starts on the number 1. Fantastic. And it counts all the way up to 100. So if my 100 square is full, then I know I have 100. And I'm going to count along in 10. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Now after 10, there's no numbers. So where do I go next? 11, that's right. So here you can see number 11. There it is. Okay, so then I would carry on counting all the way up to 20 and then going back underneath to carry on counting on 21. Brilliant. Now, as you can see, they are in groups of 10 all the way across, just like a base 10. So I've got one group of 10, two groups of 10, three groups of 10, all the way to 100. Let's count in tens together all the way to 100. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Brilliant. So I can count in ones or in tens on my 100 square. Okay, so now we're going to look at finding the missing pairs to bonds to 100. So as you can see, my number square doesn't have any numbers on, but I know that it starts on 1 and it finishes on the number 100. That's right. So now I'm going to count how many coloured squares are already shaded in. So what number have I already made? Now I could count in ones or I could count in tens. Let's count in tens together. 10, 20, 30, 40. Brilliant. There are 40 already coloured in. So that is my first number that I'm starting with. I have 40, add something. So now I'm going to count the squares that are not shaded in. And because there's only tens, there's not any ones, I can carry on counting in tens. Let's see what other number is there. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So my second number is 60. I have 40 orange squares, add 60 white squares, and now my 100 square is full. So I know that my answer must be 100. Brilliant. Okay, that one was too easy for you guys. Let's have a go at a bond to 100 that has tens and ones. So as you can see, I've put 1 and 100 onto my 100 square to make it a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is first I need to find out what number is already there, and I can count by starting in tens. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I can't do any more tens, but I know I've got ones. So I've got 51, 52, 53, 54, and I can put that into my number sentence. I'm starting with the number 54. Fantastic. Now I need to see what the other number, the white number, is to find my bond to 100. Now the first thing I need to do is to count in ones to make and complete our 10, our group of 10. So I'm going to count in ones first. So I'm going to partition my number into tens and ones. Ready to count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've put the tens and ones on top of my answer box, so I know that my 6 goes under the ones. So I made 54, add 6, I'm now on 60. Let's see how many more tens I need to make my bond to 100. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40. So put that with my 6, makes 46. Now my 100 square is full, so I know that 54 add 46 equals 100. Fantastic. Pause the video now and have a try at question number 1. Brilliant. Well done, Year 2. Now we're going to try using a different method using base 10, and you can draw these in your exercise book. So just like before, I'm trying to find two numbers that make 100, and instead of starting with coloured squares on my 100 square, I'm starting with my base 10. So just like before, I can start counting the number I already have in tens and ones. Let's count together. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Brilliant. I'm starting on the number 36. Now my next job is get to 40. How many more do I need to get to 40? Let's carry on counting. I'm putting my tens and ones on top of my answer to help me remembering my answer. So let's see how many cubes I need to get to 40. 37, 38, 39, 40. How many ones did I need to draw? 4, that's right, so I can put 4 underneath my ones. Now I need to get from 40 all the way up to 100, so I'm going to count in tens now. Are you ready? 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. How many more tens did I need to make 100? That's right, I needed 6. So I can add 60 to my 4. So 36 add 64 equals 100. Well done. Pause the video and have a go at question 2 and 3. Remember, you can draw your base 10 to help you. Well done, Year 2, that was absolutely brilliant. Okay, now we're going to look at another way to represent our bonds to 100. Do you remember what this is called? It's a bar model. Well done. Now it looks very different, but instead it's just a different way of representing our number sentence. So I have 41 add something equals 100. So I have my two parts and my total on top. So it's just a different way of representing my number sentence. So what I've done is I've already found 41 on my 100 square because I've counted 41 and I need to make 100. So now I need to start on 41 and make sure I get to the next 10, which will be 50. So I'm going to put my tens and ones on top to help me when I'm writing my answer. So I'm going to carry on counting in ones. So I've got 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. How many ones did I need to draw? That's right, I needed 9, and I can help myself by practicing my number bonds to 10 because I know 9 add 1 makes 10. Now I can carry on counting in tens until I get to 100. So I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. How many tens did I need to draw to get from 50 to 100? Perfect, I needed 5, and 5 tens and 9 ones makes 59, and I can show that in my bar model too. 41 add 59 equals 100. Well done, Year 2. You can pause the video now and have a go at question 4. Then you can try question 5, 6 and 7 by drawing either the base 10 or using your number square, whichever is easiest for you. Fantastic work, Year 2. Bonds to 100 can be quite challenging at first, especially when it's been so long since we've practiced this in school. So well done. Don't worry if it was quite challenging. Remember, that just means we're learning. We might need some more practice on that, and that's okay. Remember, on the next few pages, it will show you your answers, so remember to check your work in. Then don't forget to upload your video or photograph of your work onto Seesaw to show your maths learning journey. Thank you so much for your hard work on today's lesson, and I'll see you tomorrow.